Hello YouTube, here's an update on the so-called hap tank. It's not really a hap tank anymore. As you can see, there's a couple peacocks. I got a OB peacock in here and a bunch of strawberries that I had in my grow out that I outgrew the rest of my, they were the last of my batch of strawberries. I have some more strawberries in the 60 gallon, but these were from a different batch and they outgrew the rest. The others are about half the size of these. And there's already a female holding. She's got that one right there, she's holding already. The water, I think, looks clearer in here because I got a new filter. I got the Sun 5-stage filter, the biggest one, the biggest Sun they have. I don't know if you can see it, it's down there. Let me turn on a light. Now you can see it a little better because I have a fried tank down there. There's a bunch of sunshine peacocks and yellow labs, but they're from when I was doing selective breeding, when I was breeding them in 55s. But yeah, the reason, and I also have a red shoulder right here because I have a big 7 to 8 inch red shoulder in my peacock tank, and they were constantly fighting. No big damage was done, but at night I would hear them splashing out of the water, hitting the glass tops above, and it was getting pretty annoying while I was trying to sleep. So I added one in here. I added the smaller one in here. It's already full grown, but the other one is, I don't know what's wrong with the other one. The other one's big because of his genes or something. I added the Buko Noto back inside here. Look at all the color. He looks like a rainbow. He's hitting about 7.5 inches already. Here's the living stone eye. It's on the bottom of the totem pole. I got a couple Taiwan reefs in here. I added them from the grow out. I have 2 little males. There's one and the other's over there. And here's the Taiwan reef I ordered from Live Fish Direct. As you can see, it's pretty bad quality. There's nothing about it, and it said on the website that it was fully colored up, so I'm hoping that they're lying that it was fully colored up, that it gets colored up more, but I don't see much potential in that fish. I added my male polystigma from my grow out tank in here. My 60 gallon grow out tank, I added him in here. Here's my Fusco. If you saw him yawning, that was him. My little male Fusco. I had ordered a male Borlei from Live Fish Direct. Here he is with the pointed dorsal and anal fin. There's a tangerine tiger. He's one of the best tangerine tigers I've ever seen. Look at the color on that. I've already had it for about 1 to 2 months already. About 2 months already. Here's the Venustus that I got at PetSmart. He was about an inch, showing adult colors, and there he is. He's already about 4 inches now. I bought this nice looking albino compressiceps. As you can see, he's mean. I bought him from a friend. I'm gonna have to show you guys take a video of my friend's stingray tank, and they're illegal in Texas. Freshwater stingrays. You can't have freshwater stingrays in Texas. And he has, I think, 4. No, there's 3 of them because one of them died, and they successfully bred. So he has a little baby stingray about 4 inches diameter. That's pretty cool. I'll show you that. I thought I took a video, but I guess the phone wasn't recording. But I have to show you guys that. Here's my deepwater hat male. He's looking real nice. He's growing. There's my blue dolphin dominant male in there. My red empress. And here's a unsexed Borlei that I got, but from Live Fish Direct, and it ended up being a male. Even though that other one bullies, there's starting to be blues in the face. If I put a flashlight up to his face, there's like blue flakes in his jawline, and by his nose and stuff, and he's getting a bunch of nice reds in the side. But he doesn't really have that much of pointed anal fins like the other one. Here's my yellow blaze Zimbabwe rock, Z-Rock. He's looking real nice right now. He's not too high in the totem pole inside here, but he manages. Here's my Venustus male. I have another Venustus male about the same size as my 125-gallon peacock tank. I'm starting to mix them up because I have some of them have double, so I'm putting one in each tank, just like the red shoulder. I also have a Venustus male in the 125-gallon peacock tank because I have two males in here. One that I thought ended up being a female. I thought this was gonna be a female, but it's a male. If you put a flashlight, you can start seeing blues in his jawline and by his nose. If you put a flashlight up to his face, you can see the blue flaking. And if you put the blue regular flashlight to that other Venustus face, there's no blue flaking. That one's a female over there. Or maybe it'll color up later, but I'm pretty sure that's a female. But this one, I also know it's a male because it's boss of the tank. Even though that other Venustus looks better, this Venustus looks better. It gets bossed around by this other big one over there in the corner. My Buko Noto has turned colors crazy. Look at the video when I barely got him. He's not that good looking, but look at him now. He's like a rainbow. Yeah, so I added a bunch of strawberry peacocks in here. I have 3 male sunshine peacocks. There's 2 in the other tank and there's 1 right here. He still needs to do coloring. He's barely starting to change colors, but he's not the dominant one in the tank, so he's not coloring up quick. I got my big bad boy over there, Frontosa. He's got a lot of nice blues, and that's because he's a Burundi. There's my Insignis up top. He's looking real good. I got some smaller blue dolphins in here. Don't know what they're gonna be. Oh, there's a Polystigma yawning, if you saw that. Here's my little Rhodesia male. And I think that's about all the fish that I have in this tank. Oh, and I have a compressed sip over there, but it's a female. I have a compressed sip in my grow out, and I'm pretty sure it's a male. It's starting to get some egg spots on the anal fin. And he's looking real nice over there. I had put in a batch of fry. Well, I tested out 1 fry because I thought they were big enough for the fish in the 60-gallon grow out. I threw in the fry. He was about half a centimeter, and he was about 1 centimeter, and the ones inside the tank are 1 inch. And the compressed sep just swallowed that thing whole. I didn't know that little compressed sep had it in him. He's about 1 inch, but his mouth extended super big, and he got him. He's like that, but with more colors at 1 inch. I'll have to show you guys a video of him soon. I need to do an update on that 60-gallon grow out. You guys haven't seen that in a while. But overall, I think this filter here, the Sun 5-stage filter, the biggest one, is doing a great job. I had the overflow box on here, but I took it off. I added some bio balls that were inside my trickle tower into this Sun filter. I got this Sun filter from eBay for $90 and like 4 cents. It was a great deal. You guys should look into it. A great solution if you guys have food particles on top. Those aren't food particles, those are air bubbles. If you guys got a slime coat or whatever on top of the surface, a good thing is to add surface agitation. Yesterday that was a bunch of food particles from my New Life Spectrum, and there was like an oily base on top. So I added this air stone. It's adding surface agitation, and they're all gone. All those little specks that you see up there, those are air bubbles. Oh, and there's a little attachment to my canister filter. On top of that pipe towards the right, that thing's supposed to go, but my water level's too high, so it just floats off. It's not long enough. I don't really think that that's supposed to be a surface skimmer. That little pipe to the right, add it with that attachment on top. I don't think it works too good. I had it without the air stone, and it wouldn't suck up any debris up there. It'd just be floating like right above it. It wouldn't suck it in. I think you need to have your water level lower for that. But it still filters the upper column, because as you can see the intakes down there, it still filters the upper column, so you can feel the suction coming from that. It's pretty powerful. There's a spray bar. I have it pointing upward. That seems to be the highest I can get that spray bar, because of the angle of the hose over there. I can't really push it all the way up to the top so it can spray at the top. The plastic of the intake and output, it's pretty cheap plastic, but if you don't mess with it too much, it's no big deal. If you don't manhandle, if you're not constantly moving it and pushing it and hitting it, it won't break. It's pretty sturdy for being $90. It's a great filter. A bunch of media fits in it. It comes with a bunch of polishing pads. This tank was yellow. It was literally yellow because of the New Life Spectrum. It would stain the water. I was constantly doing water changes every 5 days. It was constantly, I would constantly have to change the water and do a big water change, 60% or maybe 70%, to take out the yellow out of the water. And this thing seems to have cleared it up. On top of this canister filter, there's a little blue light that shows you that the UV bulb is on and it's working. So it's a pretty good filter. I'd recommend 2 on a 125 gallon, even though it's pretty clear on here. I haven't done a water change on this tank for about 4 days. Oh, there was a Insignis yawning. That's what I call it. And I would eventually like to get 2 on here so I can overfiltrate the water, even though it says 150 gallons, but it's 150 gallon capacity is pretty close to the 125 gallon mark that this tank is at. So I'd like to add 2 to overfiltrate, at least get twice the amount of filtration. But overall, this tank is doing good. Some of the fish seem to have an internal parasite, but I'm solving that by adding salt. I got this new cheap salt that I get at Home Depot. It's a great alternative to aquarium salt. You can get a 40-pound bag of salt at Home Depot for $4.90. It's about around $5, less than $5, and it's 40 pounds. I've added it in here. I tested it out in here to see if it worked. My friend that has stingrays and arowana and datinoid and all kinds of fish. Oh, there goes the compressor trying to breathe. He uses this salt because he has a 300-gallon tank and a 100-gallon tank and a 75-gallon tank. So he's got a bunch of tanks that he needs to add salt to medicate the fish every once in a while. He uses this salt because it's a cheaper alternative to buying aquarium salt at the store, and it's a way cheaper alternative to buying any of those other salts that people use, because you can get 40 pounds for less than $5. It's a great deal. Let me go show you guys the bag. Excuse the mess. It's a mess in here. Here's my 60-gallon grow out. And here's the bag of salt that I use. It's Diamond Crystal Solar Naturals. It's made naturally with sun, wind, and thyme. Salt crystals for all water softeners. It's a water softener. And it helps medicate the fish. I've added it in here so you guys can have my word that it won't harm your fish. I was kind of hesitant of adding it to especially with my other fish over there, my bigger expensive fish, but it seemed to have worked. I've had it in there for about 3 days now, and it's doing a great job. In here I have my OB Peacock and Strawberry grow outs, and there's my little compressor set back there. If you can see, it's starting to get egg spots. That's the one that swallowed a fish whole. I got some Sunshine Peacocks in here. I'm keeping them separate from the Ruby Reds, and I got 2 yellow labs in here that seem to have survived. And in here I got a batch of 34 electric yellows. So I'll let you guys go. That's there's a bag of salt that you guys can buy. It's a cheap alternative. You guys should you guys can trust me on that one. It's if I would put it in here with all these big haps and stuff, you guys got my word that it won't do anything to your fish, because I value these fish right here. There's a bunch of big show male haps in here. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I'm also going to be getting an LED light for this tank. It's going to be 48 inches. It's the, I forgot what it's called, but I got it off Ken's Fish. And I'm also going to be getting a bucket New Life Spectrum medium fish formula Thera A. So I'll be showing you guys that when I get it. But anyway, sorry for not putting any updates of this tank. Here it is. If you can see the reflection of the 125 gallon peacock tank in the back, it's pretty cool. Well, there it is. Thanks for watching.